Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to review and talk a little bit more about what we've been learning in science, which is all about natural resources. So, what is a natural resource? A natural resource is something of value that we get from the Earth's environment. It is found in nature and it is important to humans. So, there are a ton of natural resources that are on Earth, and we use these resources that come from the Earth to help us in some way. For example, we have land is a very important natural resource for us as humans. We use that in a bunch of different ways. We also use the natural resource of water as well as air. So let's go into those three examples to see exactly how we use this natural resource. So the Earth's land is a very important natural resource. And I want you to try and think of ways of how we use, as humans, how do we use the Earth's land to help us? The most important being we use the land for growing, especially farmers use this all the time, but anyone can grow um, food if they choose to. So it's very important to us because we use the soil and the dirt and we use the ground from the earth to help us to grow food so that we have food to eat. Another way that we use the natural resource of land is for transportation to get us from one place to the other, whether that's by car or by bus, by train, or by a bike. The land is a natural resource that helps us to get from place to place. We also use the natural resource of land for building. We have trees that we see all over the place, which is a very important natural resource that comes from the land, and we can use that to build things like houses. This house that you see here in the picture is made all out of wood from trees. And we also use the land for recreation. And recreation is a big fancy word for we use it for fun, to be able to help us to get outdoors and get some fresh air, right? We could camp outside, we can walk through parks and go on adventures, as well as even playing soccer. We need that land in order to do these things. So the land is a very important natural resource. It's not something we create, it comes from nature. The Earth's air is a very important natural resource as well. Think about how we use the Earth's air. One way that we use air is for traveling. You see a picture here of a plane. Without the air, we would not be able to travel by plane to get us from one place to another. Now, this is very important when you're traveling long distances. Probably the most important way that we use the natural resource of air is for breathing. We need air in order to help us to live. So we definitely need this natural resource, probably most importantly out of them all. The Earth's water is also a very important natural resource. Think about how we use the Earth's water. Now, we learned about the water cycle when we were back in school and how water is recycled in over and over and over. But think about how we use water to help us to survive. We use water for drinking. We also use the water for traveling, right? If you have or have ever been on a boat can take you from place to place, but you travel over water. We would not be able to do that without the Earth's water. As well as that same word again for recreation, meaning we use it for fun. Think about, especially during the summertime, if you ever take a trip down to the beach or to the pool, we use water to swim and to be able to have fun and to cool off. So it's definitely a very important natural resource to us. Now, I want you to take a minute to try and come up with other ways that we use Earth's natural resources. Think of other ways that we use the land, or our air, or our water. These are just 3 examples of natural resources, but they're very important to us and we need them in order to live. And that is the end of our slideshow. I hope that this helped you get a better understanding of what natural resources are, and I will see you next time. Bye, boys and girls.